Hey, this is Jared Dees from thereligionteacher.com. If you're feeling overwhelmed, turn to this passage. Remember what Jesus said, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light." Here's the full quote from the Gospel of Matthew. "Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel anxious and worried, come to me and I will give you rest. "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." 3 takeaways from this quote, from this passage from the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus is reassuring us, when you feel overwhelmed, first, pray. Come to me, he says. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and pray. Turn to the Lord. Start there. What's next? What else does he say? Turn your stress into service. He says, "My yoke is easy." That yoke refers to the way in which an animal would be pulling a plow. The yoke is what's strapped around the shoulders to be able to pull the plow. So the yoke is the service that we give to God, the service that we give to the Lord. That when you're feeling overwhelmed, turn that stress, that things that you're overwhelmed, and turn it over to God. Give it to God. Remember that Jesus is the one planting the seeds. Jesus is responsible for the outcome of the work that we do in our lives. Turn that stress into service. The stress that you experience, turn it into service. Think about, what is the cause of the stress in my life right now, and how can I make this an opportunity just to serve, to do God's will, and to stop worrying about the outcome that I cannot possibly control. Put it into God's hands. Just take it as an opportunity to serve. So first we're going to pray, and then we're going to take this opportunity to say, "God, I'm giving it all to you. I'm going to serve you. I'm not going to stress about the outcome. I'm going to recognize that I am serving you." And then finally, what can we do? Jesus says, "Learn from me." He's humble, it says. He says, I'm humble and gentle in heart. Learn from Jesus. Stop being the person who has all the answers and learn from the Lord instead. Find comfort in learning from God. So if you're experiencing a time of overwhelm right now, first pray. Think about, what is it that's giving me so much overwhelm? What is giving me so much anxiety? And turn that stress into some service. Giving up the outcome to God. And then take some time to know, I'm going to get through this by learning from the Lord. Learning from my faith. And not so much feeling like I have all the answers. Jesus says, "My yoke is easy." That service is easy, and my burden is light. Take your burdens and give them to God. They are God's burdens now, no longer yours. Pray, serve, learn. Go make disciples. God bless.